Good morning. My name is Dr. Muhire. Uh, I'm among the project lead of this project. Uh, I'm leading this project with Dr. Dongo, Bartolome, and Dr. Alexandro, and Mr. Charles Eme as our project secretary. This project, as it has been presented, is among one of the projects that has been accepted to be supported by the International Geoscience Program Council. It's also conducted within the Space Generation Advisory Council, and within also its subgroups or project group that's called Space Technology for Earth Application, and it's entitled real-time flood risk assessment in developing countries using social media, optical, and satellite data. So today I will be presenting the progress. I think it has been said what project, and we had good presentation from different speakers. And this year, which has been quite particular, due especially for the COVID, but also for different plans, and also what we discussed and what the IGCP had accepted to support. We achieved at least to set up the project, study the project. Throughout this first year, we try to do among what we had planned in the project proposal, which is we achieved to have one intern with the partner of Water for Life as part of the knowledge transfer, and also we try to identify really issues, particular issues in this region, which is really particular due to the nature of the flood happening, and also the causes, as within this the first year, which was studying the past. And then we also achieved to have one abstract and paper accepted for the International Astronautical Conference, which is one of among international conference in space, and also we try to gather information to try to see how we can engage local community. But this first year, which was the past, we try to see what are the data that the community is sharing online. So, and also we achieved, of course, this webinar, which is also the food risk assessment in Cameroon, the past, and also, as I said, we also achieved to have this scientific paper, which clearly states among challenges, especially challenges and first results, first grasp of combining all these new technologies of artificial intelligence and SAR radar, and also other analysis to provide really I would say cheap solution for food assessment. So food mapping in Douala, which is really particular, as also other cities, was that they have really frequent region that are really being affected by floods, and also they have really high population density, which makes solution really, especially using the radar, difficult, because we have the inner challenges that are known in every city using flood. So that's why we had typically challenges are in achieving really good results with the SAR, but at least we got very good results among the other. Another problem, or I would say the challenge, is in when floods happens, as has been stated, is that flood happen typically in July, August, and September, frequently when we see from the data we gathered and from the past data archives that are available, especially online, and also using also the analysis from the precipitation data arise typically in July, August, and September. And using the common satellite technology such as the optical satellite data, it's very difficult because we have too much cloud, which make really result really not really good. That's why among the two our solution that we try to apply on this region the SAR radar was really the good one, and I think it's also common in most countries, especially in Africa, due to the clouds that are really like frequent, and also that have high percentages. Um, so then, after defining that we were going to use the SAR, we continued the project. We and also I would really raise attention as well the goal what we want to really to really provide the really solution for flood disaster mitigation, and also resistance. And from the analysis throughout this project, we found, especially said, flood will happen frequently in August, typically in the same range of dates, I would say. And also another problem is really the anthropogenic already causes of floods in this region, because we have canalization that are blocked by plastics, which typically raise two questions. First of all, what can be done to really to avoid this kind of problem, which record for the socioeconomic issues, socioeconomic analysis, but also the role of the community in flood risk assessment, because they are the one who are affected frequently, and they are the one also, as we can see in this type of case, that are contributing to this kind of problem. So the problem is not only for the government, but also for the community. The community needs to be involved in food risk assessment, and this is, I think, this is the innovation, or not innovation, but as something that we are really raising throughout this project, that the community should be involved significantly in developing countries to food risk assessment, whether by social medias, by what they're sharing online, but also by active participation, especially, and also awareness, without also ignoring the socioeconomic challenges that come with this kind of decision. So that's why the government and also communities and NGOs needs really to take care really of this aspect, and these results, really this conclusion really came out really through the analysis we did through the project, when we realized that by studying the past, there are not only natural disaster as the cause, but also there's this kind of anthropogenic that need to be considered to avoid risks and also losses from floods. And also, we from this social media analysis, we found that these tools, even if already data are not as important as in the country, but there is information that really are being tweeted online, for example using Twitter, without also ignoring there are also other platforms that are being used throughout the continent, or throughout the city of Douala. And also we as also another thing, another issue that we identified, that also is that it's very hard to find the fruit data archives in the European countries. It's really difficult, and so the social media can really be used to really as one of the tools to assess this dates of when an event happened, when how it happened, the severity, how people reacted, how people were prepared. So this really social media and AI are really a solution to our contribution to this type of aspect. For example, in our case, when we did some analysis of the data we gathered, we found you can see the distribution of how what people are sharing in this context of flood, and also you have also dates, which is very important to gather to know when exactly the event happened. Due to the lack of data archives of disaster management, it's very good to locate really precise dates, as social media keep not only dates, but also they can keep also other information. So it's really a good and useful tool that can be used in this type of situation. And the situation that we got is that we realized, especially that we had, for example, if we try to track the trends, we can see, for example, when we type fruit Cameroon, we see there is some, especially there are a number of people who are using social media, which is very good, up to 4,000. Really, this is really interesting, and also it shows that there is really data. There are data that are being generated by social media, but also we can see that, especially in you have peaks where the number raise. These peaks really relates most of the times in fruit time, so when fruit happens. So this is really interesting as research, as also not to ignore that the European countries also are using social media, and also they are generating data that are useful for their communities, and also for their countries. We have also tried different solutions that are available for the SAR, and with the goal not really to reinvent the wheel, but also to see which solution has been provided and is easy to use, easy to integrate, but also free for access. So we found this UN spider change detection approach as a very good tool that is based on Google Earth Engine, as the tool that is very simple to use, typically compared to other tools, especially when we're using the STAR, as most of the time the challenge that this developing country are having is the problem of data centers, and also a problem of computers to process the data, and even the knowledge to process. But this tool is really an automated solution that is available online, which requires sometimes student, but when it's mastered, it provides really several tools and very good results. So for example, if we try to present three, these tools really divided in three steps, especially the first one, which is the standard process to process the SAR data, which is really available online on this website, and also it's a change detection method, of which is use to a measure, and also it has, it includes some external data such as the digital elevation model and the global surface water to provide a refined map, and based on the refined map it can provide other information such as exposed population, affected cropland, affected urban area. So all this information are really useful for decision makers to know what happened for the event, and also further information. Besides, this approach was for us the best tool, especially in the case of urban areas such as Douala, because when because of double bound scattering, one of the issue of differentiating flooded area and non-flooded area, but by the usage of two imagery when first we really got that compared to other methodology we tried. So by using this tool, we try to gather also other information from the community, from where flood happened, and also we see, for example, if you have here some dots, dark dots, planting where flood were reported, and also what are detected using the methodology we used. And also we show that this kind of tool can be integrated to the existing GIS softwares, and that's really what we were looking throughout this project, to really provide a solution, free tool, whether existing or whether developing one, that can really be easily integrated to existing solution, existing remote sensing and GIS tools. And how here you can see that you can integrate also the international government panel climate information here to see disseminated water rise, and by combining them with the flood data, we can see some correlation of detected or potentially flooded area, and also this kind of data. So from this project, what we are really expecting as we said, it's really to provide that kind of solution by combining the remote sensing data, as you can see, as we presented here, whether it is water map, whether it is also food map, and also combining also the social media, combining them into the methodology to provide really map that is really integratable to existing solution. This is really our expected result. Throughout the first 2 years, we achieved to understand the past of the food, to understand some causes of food in Douala, and we're expecting now to integrate this solution here. For example, from the results we planned in the conference, is that we show that this methodology can provide results that are a food map that is reasonable and also that is useful and easy to process. And then from the coming year, we will try to really integrate this solution to the community. And also another key point that we are really looking out through the project, beside community integration, beside also like providing trainings, we are trying to really to achieve to contribute to the Earth observation satellites, to essential climate variables, and provide this information to the communities, to the decision makers, by using the social media data and the satellite data. So the satellite data as they are existing, but usually we people are in developing countries lacks really this kind of training, lacks really the money to really buy this kind of solution. But however, through this kind of project, we are trying to see that how we can provide, by using the community, by using youth, by using this information that are online, by using also the tools that are being developed, using them in a well-defined way, a well-designed way, that they can be integrated without really costing too much the decision makers and government. And also beside that, we are thinking also to really focus really on the community based food assessment, because in most of the cases, in what we found is that the causes are really communities who also are contributing to the floods. We cannot really mitigate natural disaster, or we can of course contribute to climate change reduction, but however, the role of communities need to be properly assessed, properly integrated in decision making, properly also participate in disaster reduction, whether by what they post on social media, especially in the case of floods, but also by the behaviors, but also by social impacts that these floods are applying. So thank you. Bye.